Hey guys, Curtis Alexander. I'm a pharmacist. In this video, I want to tackle the topic of estrogen dominance because this is becoming more and more common in our society. Now, I want to really focus on natural ways to deal with it. In this video, I'm going to cover 21. I'm not going to get into depth on each one. It would make the video too long. I like to keep these shorter and to the point. But keep in mind, estrogen dominance, you can see it whether you're a man or a woman. It tends to show up, this isn't an exhaustive list, but it tends to show up primarily with weight issues. You can see that flabby arms and thighs, more cellulite, lower belly fat, puffy face tends to be some of the kind of hallmark signs of estrogen dominance that show up physically. Let me be clear here. This does not make estrogen bad. It's just something we have to keep, uh, have a balance in our life. And one of the best ways to get balance is to increase progesterone levels. And we'll talk about that. But the first place we have to start is by eliminating things that are increasing your estrogen. Okay. I also like to think of estrogen dominance in buckets. And what I mean by that, the liver plays a huge role. So a lot of these things I'll talk about, improve liver health. There's some lifestyle factors. Gut health plays a huge role in estrogen dominance. So that's kind of how we're going to tackle it. So let's just hop into these things that you can do. First of all, avoid soy and phytoestrogens. These things are becoming more and more common in our food, in our personal care products. So be thinking about what you're using on a day-to-day basis that may contain soy or these phytoestrogens. Eliminate them as best you can. Seed oils, polyunsaturated fatty acids or PUFAs. I've talked about this a lot on my channel. Seed oils, corn oil, canola oil, sunflower, safflower oil. All of these oils that are unsaturated are metabolic killers, end up increasing estrogen down the road in your body. You want to eliminate those. Getting too much serotonin. A lot of these medications that people are on nowadays focus on increasing serotonin. That can lead to an estrogen dominance. We want to try to, again, doesn't make serotonin bad, but too much is not a good thing either. Okay. Avoid or limit alcohol. This is one of those tough ones because if you're experiencing these symptoms, I would just avoid alcohol. If you're going to drink alcohol, you really do have to limit it. Again, this is one of those buckets with your liver health. Alcohol, there are ways to minimize its toxicity with your liver, but all in all, not good for your liver, not good for estrogen dominance. Okay. Watch fat intake. Again, doesn't make fat bad, but a lot of people, particularly with these, say they're doing the keto diet or something like that, they can become estrogen dominant because there's some downstream effects of kind of gumming up the liver, those sorts of things where too much fat is not a good thing. Now, there are fats that are very healthy, like milk, if it's organic, raw, can be very beneficial for estrogen dominance, but too much fat, and you're going to have those issues. We talked about this before. Anything you can do to improve gut health. Again, I've done other videos on this, so please check those out. But gut health is definitely tied to estrogen dominance. If you're having gut issues, that's probably a huge reason why. Improving liver health. So some simple things you can do: consume more simple sugars in the form of easily digestible, simple carbohydrates, ripe fruit, real fruit juices, honey, maple syrup, those sorts of things. Castor oil packs can be beneficial for liver health, so you can try that. There are some herbs and supplements that can help. Dandelion root, milk thistle. Sorry, I misspelled milk there. Those can be beneficial for liver health. Okay. Number 8 is aspirin. Aspirin almost has a progesterone-like effect in your body. I supplement most days with the aspirin along with the vitamin K2 just to balance out the blood thinning effects. But aspirin, really beneficial compound, actually. We don't talk about it enough, but it can be very beneficial for estrogen dominance. Your fat-soluble vitamins, again, I mentioned earlier, be careful with fat. But again, everything's about balance, but the fat-soluble vitamins are going to be very beneficial for balancing out estrogen. Raw carrots, this is something I do every day. A lot of these fibers that we consume can be beneficial. Mushrooms, bamboo shoots, but raw carrots are great. I like carrots, so it's an easy win for me. Coconut oil, very beneficial for your gut, very beneficial for your metabolism and downstream very beneficial at helping balance out estrogens. Niacinamide, this is talked about a lot nowadays. That's something you could try taking. Orange juice, again, that's one of those things that's going to be beneficial for your liver, for your gut health, so can be beneficial for estrogen. Calcium intake. Again, I mentioned earlier, we want to not get carried away with fats, but consuming like high quality milk or cheeses can be really beneficial for estrogen dominance. Okay. Kind of wrapping up here, gelatin. I talked a lot about this. I consume gelatin each day. Very beneficial. Vitamin B6, salt to taste. Okay. Salt has gotten a bad rap. It's very good at lowering stress, but don't force salt, but don't restrict it either. That's why I say to taste. It's like if you're if you're craving salty foods, that's a sign your body is giving you that you need some salt, and it can be very beneficial again for reducing stress, reducing estrogen. Methylene blue. This is becoming more and more popular, and people get carried away with it. I think there's some downsides to supplementing with methylene blue. However, in moderation, short term, I think it can be very beneficial. There's some really good things about methylene blue. Okay. Thyroid hormones. Generally speaking, people with thyroid issues tend to see estrogen dominance kind of goes hand in hand. So some people can benefit from getting the right kinds of thyroid hormone supplements. Sometimes it's just improving the thyroid naturally is going to help with the estrogen dominance. One of the little wins I have each day, I have my coffee with sugar or honey and organic or raw milk, very lightly homogenized, pasteurized milk. Worst case scenario, ideal, would be raw milk, but that's very beneficial, helps lower those stress hormones right away, good for liver function. And then finally is to just minimize stress. A lot of people, particularly in women, I see this, they become estrogen dominant because they're so focused on adding stressful things into their body. Like they try to over exercise thinking that's going to get rid of the cellulite, and it can help, but you have to understand what's causing these things in the first place. We have to minimize stress. Cortisol is, and these stress hormones are going to cause estrogen to go up. So whether it's exercising too much, whether it's constantly fasting and not giving your body enough fuel in the form of high quality foods, you're going to see estrogen go up. So I want to end it there, guys. I don't want to make this video too long. These are a bunch of things you can do together, take one at a time, and just add those into your life. I think you're going to see some good benefits. Let me know in the comments other video topics you'd like me to cover. I do give preference to people who subscribe to my channel and join my email list as far as those video topics, but please leave them. I want to make videos that are helpful to you guys, so let me know. I will see you in the next one.